Ain't the same, not the same. Yeah, tell them it's not the same. This the podcast, and we call it not the same. Faith, culture, talking sports, get it in your brain. We might debate the golden and tell you that Jesus reigns. Then I got episode about the part we not the same. Culture not the same, boy, I feel like Robert Dean. And just like Robert been redeemed, glory to the King. I feel like C-Micah, this music with faith in it. Put the word on 808, I'm talking great. Steph Curry with the shot, boy, I'm talking long distance. Boy, you messing with a Grizzly, you would think I played in Memphis. We be going back and forth, this like Serena playing tennis. But it's LLC's up in this thing, that means we stand it's not the same. This the podcast, and we call it not the same. Yeah, this the podcast, not the same. Faith, culture, talking sports, get it in your brain. We might debate the golden and tell you that Jesus reigns. Then I got episode about the part we not the same.
Yo, we are back, episode 37 of season 2 of the Not the Same podcast, hosted by this one word, C-Micah, that one word over there, Mr. Rob Redeem. We're glad and gracious and very, very happy to be here for another Not the Same podcast sports show. Our apologies for last week. Family comes up, man, and hey, things got to be done, and we don't want to neglect family. You know what I'm saying? So we'll put it like that. There's some special occasions that had to help come up, man. We would do better. We would try to do better with get our messaging out to let everybody know when the show would not be going on. But beyond that, man, hey, we're very, very glad to be back. Do us a favor and do what you see on the screen in about, I don't know, 10 seconds, because, you know, that ball is spinning very, very slow.
It'd be rebelling out this month.
Rebellious spinning ball.
What up, B? What up, man?
All right, number one, hit that like button. Also, hit the subscribe button if you have not subscribed to Not the Same Podcast. And lastly, hit the notification bell so you can be notified for when we have our Bible studies, kind of like last night when we had our Bible study. If you missed it, you know what I'm saying, go back and check it out, man. I think it would be a blessing to you if you check it out. But tonight is all about sports, man. We got a lot to go in about, so get ready, get ready, get ready. I don't know where that came from, but get ready, one word.
Definitely a lot to talk about. Hey, yo, shout out to our rebroadcasters of the Not the Same Podcast, our MTMV Sports fam. We appreciate it. You see in the bottom left-hand corner. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and check out all the dope content going on with the MTMV famo from the 494, the V Report, Sports Talk with C, the Red and Bowl, if you're a Chiefs fan. The main card with our homeboy, like the voice. Yeah, man, because the Chiefs is the Red and Bowl. Yeah. But no, shout out to the MTMV famo, man. Also, shout out to RYC Praise News Orlando page. We appreciate them for being rebroadcasters. His Hop, Who's Hop out there on the left coast in Vegas, His Hop Radio and Podcast Network, and our new family, man, the Kingdom Now Network. If y'all haven't heard, if this is our first time, because I know we've been out of it, if y'all haven't heard, the Not the Same Podcast got picked up by the Kingdom Now Network. We now will be seen as we start sending content over. You will now be seen on Roku, Apple Music, as well as Amazon TV. So we are very, very excited about that partnership. It was a blessing, man. So, and all our listeners, if you listen to us on any podcast streaming services, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Leave that 5-star or something. Just let us know you're there. And shout out to the Sneaker Peekers. Y'all know who y'all are.
Do it. All right, man. Let's get into the What's Poppin' segment. Salute man. To good to see you, D. Good to see Amy. Good to see you, Amy. And everybody else who's watching, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. But let's go in, man. Lots of sports to talk about. Let's get it. Somebody tell me what's poppin'. All right, this is our What's Poppin' segment where me and Rob talk about everything that's going on within sports. We're going to switch it up and do a little different this time. First subject for tonight, I would take the new NFL latest news. All right, man, let's get it. The first thing that's going on in the NFL, we had two big trades this week. Number one, the Raiders trade Devontae Adams to the Jets. Listen, Aaron Rodgers been boo-hooing and crying, took the L to the Bills on Monday, and, he got his man back. It's crazy.
You called it, man.
I say this, yeah. What's crazy about this is Devontae Adams was with Aaron Rodgers and with Green Bay, and Devontae Adams willfully left Aaron Rodgers because Aaron Rodgers was teeter-totter and talking about, well, I don't know if I'm going to play next year or not. And Devontae, I'm getting on up out of here, man. Let me go on over here with my homeboy Derek Carr and get something going, and nothing got to going.
And Carr
Also,
skirted out on him.
okay, give you deuces, man. I'm a Saint now, boy. You know what I'm saying? The Saints went marching in. But nah, man. Also, the Bills traded for Amari Cooper from the Cleveland Browns, and they also have released Marquez Valdez-Scantling. I think that'll be a good trade for them, man. We'll talk a little bit more about that a little bit later in the show, man. Also, one last thing in the news section of this, the NFL approves Tom Brady to become a minority owner of the Raiders. I think he got like 10 to 15% of the Raiders. Brady making power moves out here. Dig what I'm saying? Brady is a very smart man. And, you know, a lot of people was kind of turned off to him being an announcer because he wasn't that good at first. He's getting better, bro. He's getting better. Keep watching, you know, because at first it was a lot of dead air, but now he's getting better at it, man. He kind of got a strange voice, which you know, it's kind of off-putting. He kind of reminds me of I forgot the dude used to play for the Cowboys that was on ESPN one year. The tight end, can't remember my old boy name, but he ended up going back to football. Whatever. He kind of sounded like him to me, and I forgot. I'm like, oh, that's Brady. But anyway, man.
Everybody came Romo out that mug, man.
There's only one Romo. When it comes to this, Romo is better announcer than he was a player. Let's keep it real.
Facts.
Straight up. All right, man. As my brother always do, I got to take over for him. We got the top 10 power rankings of this week. Week 7 power rankings this week coming up, or up until now, power rankings of the NFL. Number 1, we have the Kansas City Chiefs. They are 5-0. Last week they were number 1. No change there. Number 2, the Minnesota Vikings, also 5-0. Last week they was number 2, no change there. Number 3, the Detroit Lions. Detroit, salute to Detroit. They're 4-1. Last week they was number 4. Number 4, the Houston Texans, 5-1. Last week they were number 3, so they dropped a little bit. Let's see who we got next. The Baltimore Ravens are number 5. Number 5. Last week they was number 5, no change. Baltimore looking a lot better, man. As a side, man, they running that ball real well. They looking good right now. Number 6, Green Bay Packers. They moved up 2 spots last week. They were number 8. Number 7, my Pittsburgh Steelers. If you have not known, I have chosen a team this year, the Pittsburgh Steelers. More to talk about them. 4-2. They aggravating me right now, and I just became a fan. Number 8, the Buffalo Bills, 4-2 as well. They were number 7 last week. They dropped 1 space. Number 9, the Washington Commanders. They were number 6. They dropped back only because they lost, man. I don't even think they should have dropped because they lost, because they played Baltimore well all the way to the end. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Jake Daniels further impresses me. I think he's the top rookie this year. I love Caleb Williams, but Jaden Daniels.
Ain't nobody doing what Daniels doing.
Nobody doing what he's doing. I think he's one of the first rookies that I think he got like 500 passing yards and 500 rushing yards. I don't know the exact numbers.
That boy.
But the boy doing numbers. Just know that. You know what I'm saying? Number 10, lastly, are the Atlanta Falcons, 4-2. Last week they're number 10, so they have not moved. That is the top 10 of the NFL, as well as the latest news in the NFL.
Hey, I'm gonna say I say that for when we get to Impress Depress. I say that. Hey, top 10. So we're gonna stick with this football.
Before we move on, let's give out one of our top fans, D, some props. The Bears are 4-2, and you know, we don't need D. You know, we both see D at work, so I ain't trying to catch no haymakers. Salute to the Bears, or as Bears fans say, the Bears. You know what I'm saying? Big salute though. Caleb Williams is looking good, and they look very, very good out there in London last week for the London Jaguars, because they're not in Jacksonville no more. They're in London every week. Them boys will never get to come home. You ain't never coming home.
You ain't never. Hey, put the NFL on the phone. We ain't never coming home.
Jaguars became sunshine. If you seen Harlem Nights, you know what that means. Go ahead,
know what it means. Hey, first of all, shout out Ronald Jackson. What's good with you, Dom? We see you in there. What up, Hagen? Yeah, was Jason Witten, the tight end that went to try to do announcing.
Thank y'all, Jason Witten.
He wasn't able to do it. We appreciate that. I'll say, and when we get to Impress Depress about some of this stuff, but I'm gonna say something about the Bears being 4-2. That NFC North is getting ready to be a problem.
Yeah.
Listen, 5-0, 4-1, 4-2, 4-2. That division. Listen, y'all, it's going to come down to the wire for that division. But moving on to them boys that's not quite there yet. College football, it's some good games going on, y'all. And I'm going to get to this in a minute when I get to my soapbox about college football and all the haters of playoffs and all that. But until then, number 1 is the Texas Longhorns. Number 2, Oregon. Number 3, Penn State. Number 4, Ohio State. Number 5 is Georgia. Number 6 is Miami. Don't tell me you saw Miami doing what they doing. I don't know what Michael Irvin be doing out there half the time with some of the stuff that he be doing. It looking sus.
It's
but
very pause worthy. Very pause worthy.
Number 7 is Alabama. Number 8, LSU. Number 9, Iowa
was out there in the
State.
downward dog.
Downward dog, bro, on the field. Like, you smelling grass, mama? No. Number 10.
Hold on, bro. I gotta do it to Michael Irvin. Look, I know you're a playmaker, dog, but hey, for what you doing, dog, you need a bro, please.
Stop. I don't get it. And number 10 is Clemson. Look, we got a real big matchup this week. You got number 1 Texas playing Georgia. Georgia gets a chance to redeem themselves off that Alabama loss, which was an instant classic. And I'm gonna see if Texas can handle this, because I think Georgia I believe it was just too big of a spotlight. Even though they're the past national champions the last 2 years and all that good stuff, it just seemed like that spotlight just wasn't, for that quarterback, he just wasn't doing it. Also, a big-time matchup over the years. Number 7, Alabama will be playing number 11, Tennessee. That is a big one. What I'm saying is, these were the type of games back in the day. If you lost this, you were not going to a bowl game. You'll be in a bowl, but you'll mess around and be in the reprimand bowl. You don't nobody even know what it's called. You know what I'm saying? The Under Armour toilet bowl. You wouldn't be in them big boys. But I did a whole soapbox on how many bowls they had at one time. Go back and check it out. But my point is, that's what's popping in college football right now, man. What you got?
All right, man. Next, we're gonna move on to baseball. This will be very, very short because I like baseball, but hey, it's only 4 teams playing right now. They into the Final Four, aka the championship series, before they get to the World Series. We got the Dodgers. Dodgers are tied 1-1 with the New York Mets. One thing I say about the Mets, in baseball, getting hot at the end of the season matters. Big time. And that's what happened with the Mets. The Mets got hot at the right time. They wasn't having a great season. They did kind of what the Cardinals did the first year I moved to St. Louis. That's like 15 years ago when David Freese and them got hot and they messed around and won the World Series. That's what's happening with the Mets. They got hot at the right time. The pitching is good, and the boys hitting that ball. Also, you got the Yankees versus the Cleveland Guardians.
I know, bro. They should have left.
What's the rockatory about Indians? I get saying Redskins and all that, but Indians? I mean, anyway, I'm sorry. The Yankees up 2-0. I think they're gonna end up winning. The Yankees kind of had an easy path to get here. The Yankees ain't even been playing good for real, and the Dodgers have not been playing like the normal Dodgers.
They haven't.
They really haven't, man. You would think it would be what's gonna happen is gonna be either an all former New York World Series or going to be an all New York World Series. If it end up being the Mets and the Yankees, I think TV going to wear this out.
Oh, boy.
It's going to be crazy.
It's
going to shut the city down.
Oh, boy. My goodness.
It's going to be crazy. And because, Yankees got the bats. The pitching ain't as great. New York Mets got everything rolling right now. You never know what'll happen, man. And Mets, boy, that'll be like the Clippers winning the chip against the Lakers, basically.
It would be.
That's what it would be. And that's going to be a problem in New York City. And that is it for baseball. Go ahead, Mark.
Hey, going to the WNBA Finals, man. Let me tell y'all something. It's been crazy. I've been riding with the Minnesota Lynx all season long. I said it. The coaching, the team, and I was
you've
right
been with them ever since the Olympic break.
So when they going up into the Olympic break, I said that was my dark horse, and then at the Olympic break, they went 8-2. Or they only lost 2 games after the Olympic break. Here's the deal, though. Game 1, they had to play a perfect game to get a 2-point win. In Game 2, they got mud stomped. You dig? Like, it was inconsistent. They wasn't there. Game 3 is tonight. We'll see what happens. I don't think Nafisa Collier will have another 16-point night, but it should be very interesting on how they go about doing this, because I still say I got the Lynx winning regardless of all this, but to be honest, the Liberty is just tough, bro. The Liberty, they have everything you could possibly think of all the way around, from Enescu to Stewart, and it's just, Jones. They have everything they got a big down low. They got shooting on the perimeter, and Minnesota just played the perfect game in Game 1 to win 90. I think it was 96-94. They only won by 2, but then they got beat 80-66 in Game 2. So Game 3 is tonight in Minnesota. We'll see what pops off. But the big news right now. Shout out to TNT.
Big salute.
Y'all fumbled the bag. This is what I'm talking. Go ahead, bro. Shout out to TNT for doing what they doing.
I need to give them what they deserve for this. Big
Yeah,
salute.
yeah, for sure.
Big salute.
And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, the Unrivaled League is on its way. And the inaugural season to kick off this year. And TNT, if y'all don't know what the Unrivaled League is, it's the women's version of the Big Three. Don't, ladies, if you're hearing me say this and why you got to compare? Because that's just what happens. They the little sisters of the NBA. They the little sisters of the Big Three, but they doing their own thing and they holding their own. It ain't like they piggybacking. And the one thing I want to say about this Unrivaled League, and shout out to TNT, listen, they done picked up a multi-year deal. Unrivaled League consists of 6 teams, about 30 players, with the likes of Brianna Stewart and Nafisa Collier. They're the co-founders of the league. So it's funny how the two people fighting for a championship in the WNBA is right here in the midst of getting this new league started, so they don't have to have another Brittany Griner moment where they go over to another country and they can't get paid. But back to what I'm talking about, TNT will be playing 45 of the games. The games, it'll be on Mondays and Friday nights, as well as on Saturday night on True TV. And the deal is, being that TNT about to lose the NBA, this is big because women's basketball right now is the hot ticket. And if you notice what TNT is doing, they're going on Mondays and Fridays. Why? Because there's no big time, unless you got NBA League Pass, there's no games going on.
Yeah.
You dig what I mean? Even on the Saturday games, there's no games going on unless you have NBA League Pass or you in the Bally Sports Network along those broadcasting. Other than that, it's free. It's what we've been saying the WNBA need to do. So shout out to TNT for doing it. Shout out to Nafisa Collier and Brittany shoot, I done forgot the woman's name. Stewart from the Liberty. Shout out to them for forming the league, giving these ladies a place to play. Make some money in the States, bro.
Yeah, WNBA is on the way. You know, they've had what you call manufactured eyes before, but now they had real eyes this season. And you know, they had their diehard fans that was kind of upset all the new fans came. And I think next season is gonna really even out. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, just big salute to them, man. That's what I say. I wrapped it up with that. On to NBA, brother. What you got? I got a few things if you want to.
No, I got a couple of things, man. Over the New York trade looking real good. I'm only going, this is preseason, but right now, who's leading the East? The New York Knicks are number 1. Boston is number 2. Then is Miami. Over in the West, Golden State is 5-0. And I hate to tell y'all, I know this is preseason. Golden State looks very good. They actually look better without Klay Thompson in the lineup. Because Andrew Wiggins, whose father was sick, we thought it was about a baby mama or a girlfriend, but his father was actually dying. That's why he had fell off the face of the earth. He was losing his pops. Kuminga's in that starting lineup, and then they got another guy named Thomas Davis who playing the big. They looking real good. They 5-0. The Utah Jazz. It's preseason. I get it, folks, but they gearing up. That's all I'm gonna say. They gearing up.
Big salute to Vince Carter, who was inducted into the Hall of Fame this weekend.
Yeah, man.
NBA player, man. So big salute to him, man. Everybody showed out. Jordan was there. Everybody showed up for him. And, man, if you have not been watching basketball for a long time, Vince Carter was, after MJ leaving, there was nobody like as athletic as him. Kobe was athletic, but Kobe wasn't Vince Carter athletic. No. Vince Carter was ridiculous athletic. And if you ever saw that dunk contest, one of the greatest dunk contests ever, after the Jordan and Dominique ones.
Dominique, right.
Man, when he perfect dunk contest, bro. Perfect. He didn't miss a dunk. Perfect. 50s all the way through. Ridiculous, man. So hats off to Vince Carter, man. Awesome career. And one last thing about Vince Carter, and then we'll move on into our soapbox. What was awesome about Vince Carter, he was able to transition from being a superstar to a role player. A lot of superstars can't do that. AI couldn't do it. There's a bunch of them that can't do it. They can't move from the mind of, I got to be man. I got to be the man. They got to build the team around me. Derrick Rose also was able to do it. Other players have not been able to do it like him. So big salute to Vince Carter, because he played for my team like 3 years, played for Atlanta, and he was helping young players, and he also was playing his role. So big salute, hats off to a great career for Vince Carter. And that is our What's Poppin' segment, man. Let's get into our soapbox segment.
Soapbox.
All right, this is our soapbox segment where me and Ron go go off for 2 minutes on whatever's on our mind. Rob normally talks about sports. I normally talk about literally what's on my mind. We have a timer look like this, and when it's over, we have a buzzer that sounds a little bit like this right here. As tradition, I always let my brother Rob go first. My brother, is you ready?
Oh, I'm ready, bro.
Let's go.
Look, for all my NCAA college football purists who didn't want to see this little 12-man playoff format because you were afraid it would be diluted and not pure for the game, there have only been 5 teams who have won the national championship in the last 9 years. Those teams are Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, LSU, Clemson. All of them would be on the outside looking in if the playoffs were to start today. But because we have this new format, guess what happens? They get an opportunity to still win for a national championship. So all you purists has been crying because, see, what back in the day, they would break their neck to make sure one of those teams got in. Now, I said there's only been 5 champions. Of course, there's duplicate champions, but those were the only teams because they were always thrust into that top 4. This week, it's a big game going on. I told y'all about it. You got Georgia versus Texas, Alabama versus Tennessee. And if these one words lose, they still got an opportunity to roll tide the championship. Why? Because that 12-man playoff team will make it happen. Change is not always a bad thing. And change this year is definitely going to be interesting to see how it's going. If this was the old format, the teams that would be playing for a national championship right now is this. Number 1, Texas. Number 2, Oregon. Number 3, Miami. And number 4, Iowa State. These teams ain't got to worry about getting ganked. They don't have to worry about a flag coming out at the last minute because Bama won and they was about to win. And if Bama would have won, they don't have to worry about it. They can go out there and play the game. As I mentioned earlier, in that top 4, let's see what happens when all the chips fall and these playoffs start. Right now, if it started, those 4 teams would get a bye. But them other teams that I said on the outside looking in, they actually get a chance to still play for a national championship. So before you start hating on change, be happy, Alabama, Georgia, because you still got a chance.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, brother, that was good, and I do agree. My soapbox is on this. I'm going to come from just a real-life moment, funny something. All right, man, so we live in a day and age. Me and Rob grew up in a time where daddies and uncles punch you in the chest. Boy, be a man. Boy, be tough. I got punched, slapped, all of them. I mean, not disrespectfully. When, I grew up in an era when I went to go hoop with my daddy and I wanted some water. I didn't get water. He gave me a beer. Boy, drink this. You know what I'm saying? We from a different era. Right now, we are in an era where we have these things. Me working at the airport, me going to malls, me going to I got nieces that's in high school going to their little functions or whatever. I see this. I go to the Parkway schools to go fill their vending machines, and I see all type of teenagers of all races, and I'm seeing something that is bothering my soul, brother. And listen, there was a while ago, we used to have these fanny packs that was out back in the day when me and you was in high school, bro. They came back, and all of a sudden dudes was wearing them across their body and had the fanny part right here, and it was like cool, right? Now what we are seeing is what you call, if you ever shop and buy a woman's purse, they have something called a crossbody. And this is my soapbox. A crossbody is for a woman. It's for a woman. A crossbody. You shouldn't wear a crossbody, my guy, my little boy, my little homie, little scooter, little new, dog. Don't wear no crossbody, man. What's wrong with you, dog? You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you're going to have a straight Coach bag talking about it's a designer. Man, look at this designer, OG. I almost said it. One word. You was wearing a purse. You was wearing a purse. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is something I was shop for my wife, dog. I would have it in the basket at the Coach website for my wife, a crossbody, so she ain't have to wear a backpack. Instead, it's a different type purse. And one last thing as we go to the last couple of seconds. Fingernail polish is for women. I'm just saying, dog. I'm just saying. I love y'all, though. But, on all that. And listen, I know all the youngsters will be like, oh, gee, you don't know what you're talking about and all that, man. But I'm telling you, like my parents used to tell me when I was in high school, boy, you gonna look back at this, you gonna think you a fool. So for all my youngest that think we just tripping because, man, y'all old, y'all in your 40s. We are in our 40s. We are older. We some hip old dudes. But also, we ain't dumb. I'm telling you, dog. You gonna look back and be like, you gonna be looking at your wife and like, yeah, babe, I used to do this. I'm telling you, man. Listen to your boy. Listen to your boy. All right, man.
Messenger bags are a problem.
I know the voice. I know. All right, this is our debate fuel segment when me and Rock go back and forth for 5 minutes. We have a time look like this. When it's over, there's a buzzer that sometimes sound like this. Most time we'll do the buzzer because we just keep talking. All right, the first subject for tonight, man. We'll get into our picks later, but here's the first question for tonight. Should Russell Wilson even be considered to start for the Steelers? Mr. Davis.
No, I don't think so. I think Justin Fields has proven himself so far, and it's his job to lose. Russell was 7-8 last season with the Broncos, and the boys, I know you know this pain. And the year before that, in 2022, he was 4-11.
Yes,
my dude. Like, so
yes.
I say you roll with Fields until he messes it up on the field. If that makes any sense,
right?
The Steelers are 4-2 and
Yes.
tied for first place in the AFC North right now.
Yes.
Why in the world would you take him out to put Russ in?
Yeah.
No. Clipboard, my guy.
Yeah. As me being a new Steelers fan, and I love Mike Tomlin, and, you know, I like him. I like what he stands for as a coach. But, bro, you was out of pocket with this one. I've heard an interview of Mike Tomlin talking about it. I will make my decision on, you know, he talked real presidential. I'm going to make my decision on who the quarterback will be. You know, Justin has done a very good job, but it does not mean this is guaranteed. And, you know, we have this other quarterback here that has won a championship and blah, blah, blah. AKA, Russ is going to start Sunday. And what I say to this is, number one, the thing ain't over, but he is 4-2. He is young. He can move. The voice saw what it's like to have Russ as a quarterback. Now, Russ did all right in the second half of the season. I get it. And Sean Payton hated Russ and he was trying to do him in. I get it. But this is not the Russell Wilson from Seattle. This is a different. They got the same name and they kind of look alike. But this ain't the same person, dog. Fields is the future. I know Fields is not perfect, but he's done good. He got you to a 4-2 record. Who thought that the Pittsburgh Steelers going to be 4-2? I raised my hand. I did not. I had no idea that they would be that. And I chose them just because I just decided I stepped out on faith and they doing good. But, bro,
he said he stepped out on
stepped out on faith. I'm a believer, dog, but I didn't think they going to be good. I didn't. I had no idea. I had no idea this was coming, bro. No idea. And it's because Justin Fields, he is hard to hold. He's been throwing the ball efficiently, good enough, not perfectly. He ain't no Peyton Manning out there. He's no Tom Brady out there. But guess what? Tom Brady couldn't run. Peyton couldn't run. Justin Fields can. That is a benefit, and that is how the new quarterbacks play. All the great quarterbacks can run a little bit now. Look at Patrick Mahomes. He be scooting looking like Sideshow Bob, but he can run a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
That boy do be scooting.
He be scooting. He be looking weird, but all the good quarterbacks now can run. We can teach them how to pass better. With practice, you can get more accurate. You don't have to be born accurate. That takes practice. Go ahead, bro.
Now, I think with the Fields thing on, because I'm watching the game, you know, last week, like, my man's can get that ball to where, I tell you what, he could throw a quicker dart than Dak.
Yeah,
and
man.
Dak just got the bag. He can throw more than 40 yards. You dig?
Yeah.
So when I look at it from that standpoint, maybe it's something that they see in practice that we don't see. But here's the difference. Practice and game time is two different things. We all know it. Even now, I can go play ball right now, all good, half court, shoot around 1-on-1.
Yeah.
Put me in a game where we got to run up and down the court. And it ain't even
let
a
somebody
494.
pull out a whistle with them striped shirts.
With them
It's gonna
stripes.
be a problem.
It hit different. It hit
Yes,
different
sir.
when you just out there playing 3-on-3 than when they be
Right.
like, yo, we about to run hole. I'm the who? No.
Watch yourself.
So the Russell Wilson may be looking accurate in practice, but when you're in practice, quarterbacks have on a red jersey. You can't touch them. You can get in their face and do all this, but you can't touch them. And in the real game situation, I don't know how Russ is going to perform. So until Justin Fields actually fumbled the ball, literally, and he fumbles, then you leave him in there for that 4-2 record. Man, y'all are tied with the Baltimore Ravens.
Right.
You're second place in that division. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it at all.
Listen, man, most football players and sports players are superstitious. You don't set a person down who is winning. That is goofy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Unless he starts stinking up the joint. You know what I'm saying? He's not hurt. He's not injured. He's playing well. I just don't see it. But I heard Mike Tomlin's interview. Russ is going to play. Russ is going to get hurt again. And Fields will be back. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah. And maybe that's what they want to happen.
Yeah, maybe let him get hurt, get his little severance pay, get on out there. You know, well, Denver's still paying him. But get his little money and send him on out there. But I think what it is Tomlin has a high respect for Russ. He want to give him a shot. I think that's what it is. He has respect for him as a black man, as for what he's done. He want to give him a real shot, and I get that. But listen, man, it's about wins out here, dog. They winning. They 4-2, and they right behind the Ravens. Do I think they're as good as the Ravens? No, but do I think their defense is as good as the Ravens? Yeah. All right, man. Next subject. As we move on, which trade was better, the Adams trade to the Jets or the Cooper trade to the Bills? Mr. Davis.
Well, because Cooper didn't do it. Yeah, I did. Because Cooper ain't done nothing in Cleveland. I got him on my fantasy squad, but he ain't got a quarterback either. Cooper got hands, though. And you about to get this boy to the Buffalo Bills. And the reason I'm going to have to say the Cooper trade is going to be more impactful because the Jets are still the Jets. When it's all said and done, Aaron Rodgers is the best player they got. Now they have chemistry, but this is a different playbook. This ain't Green Bay. This ain't a couple of years ago.
That's right.
You know, so that's different. But we talking about, listen, man, we talking about Buffalo. Buffalo are 4-2. They lead the AFC East. It's their division to win because after them are the Dolphins and Jets at 2-3, 2-4, and then, well, sorry, Mr. G, when you see this later, y'all 1-5. So Buffalo, I think, came out on top with this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Buffalo as well. Listen, I think it's a good trade for the Jets in this sense. It's a talented wide receiver. They already had talented wide receivers. You know the problem with what it is on the Jets? His name is Aaron Rodgers. That is the problem with the Jets. He is the problem. You know why Robert Saleh is not there anymore? Aaron Rodgers. That's why he's not there no more. Because of Aaron Rodgers. Bro. Aaron Rodgers tried to have, and the Voice know about this coach, whatever the coach was for the Voice before Peyton got there, who was totally trash, pure garbage. He was Rodgers' man, and they hired him because they thought Rodgers would come up there to Denver, and he didn't, right? And that's who their offensive coordinator was. He's not the offensive coordinator no more. So Rodgers going to be kind of pissed off about that. And you got Devontae Adams coming over there. And Devontae Adams is a great wide receiver. But I think Rodgers is the problem. 2 games in a row, they lost the game because he threw an interception at the end of the game. 2 games in a row. Now, he would probably be a Hall of Fame quarterback. But he's not one right now. No, I'm sorry. I mean, bro, you 40. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't on the TB12 method. Tom Brady had a different. This brother don't just eat vegetables. He only eats certain type of vegetables. He was on a whole nother level trying to be healthy, playing till he's 45. That is not Aaron Rodgers. So, but on the side of the Bills were playing good without an elite wide receiver. And Cooper don't have to be elite, but he's better than the rest of that they got. And I think Cooper was bad because he's playing with Massage Envy, who is totally trash right now. Massage Envy is a terrible quarterback. Terrible quarterback. You know what I'm saying? The quarterback they have for Cleveland, he's a terrible quarterback. And no wide receiver is going to look good because he's looking like a third-string quarterback out there. I guarantee he's only playing because he's making money, period. That's the only reason they playing. So I think Cleveland going to be trash this year, and I think it's going to help with Amari Cooper. He ain't got to be like Diggs was before, but he's good enough. And I think it's going to help them, man.
Man, Amari Cooper about to be revitalized. You go from the basement of your division at 1-5 to the top of your division at 4-2. And you can't help but be happy. Hey, man, Josh Allen? I'm about to go with Josh Allen? You know, with an organization with winning, listen, Deshaun Watkins' career is over. Yeah. And this is what I mean. Mentally, my dude is screwed. He has had the ultimate mind setback.
Watch yourself, boy. Watch yourself, man. We're on the Keener Now network.
I wasn't about the curse I was about to allude to, right? Anyways, but think about it. Every time this man started going forward, another allegation comes out.
Yep.
That messes with your mental. I don't care who
Yeah.
you are, how athletic you. Oh, the football field is my sanctuary. That's a lie.
Whatever.
Whenever your sanctuary is where you keep getting caught up at,
The massage
because
table,
the
your sanctuary.
right, because those accusations are just, and the lawsuits keep coming and coming.
Yes,
That's a
sir.
lot for a brother to deal with. So
Yes,
this
sir.
season, maybe even next, because he even sat out a whole year, and we keep forgetting about that. Then he got
Mm-hmm.
injured.
Mm-hmm.
So Cooper going from a toxic situation to a winning situation,
Yes,
because
sir.
the Bills right now have what, the third best record in the AFC. They got the Chiefs,
Mm-hmm.
who are undefeated, and you got the Texans, who are 5-1, and then
Mm-hmm.
you got Bills at 4-2.
Yeah.
So, and
Yeah.
they tie with Ravens and Steelers. My point that
Mm-hmm.
I'm making, they should come out the AFC with no, especially now. I favor
Mm-hmm.
them if no injury. I think the Bills will come out the AFC East on top, and they may be even in the AFC Championship game, because Macaulay Culkin and the Bengals just ain't gonna bounce back. For any of my Bengal fans, I'm just letting y'all
That's
know
true.
that right now.
That's true. Sorry, who they? All right, man.
Were they?
Where they? Where they? I'm just gonna stop. Stop. All right, man. Next question: Did LeBron set Bronny up to fail? Did LeBron set Bronny James, his son, his namesake? His name is LeBron as well, but they call him Bronny. Did they set him? Did his daddy set him up to fail, Mr. Davis?
First of all, LeBron, salute to you, brother.
Mm-hmm.
If I had the power that you have,
Mm-hmm.
I have, listen, 6 boys.
Mm-hmm.
All 6 of them one words would have been in the NBA if I had your power. Salute to you for that.
Big salute.
But this is what I will say. You set your son up.
Mm-hmm.
Not only did you set him up, you set him up when we all saw it in high school, and we kept giving them the benefit of the doubt. And then, we start, well, maybe it'll be like the Ball brothers. And it's like, I don't know about that. Then he got the USC.
Right.
He had the cardiac arrest. I think y'all brought my man back entirely too fast. So then he gets on, and the other guy on this team is way better than him, and they were supposed to be a duo, and it never happened that way.
Right.
I'll get into the stats in a minute. Salute to LeBron for the nepotism. And yes, I'm saying this right now because in corporate America, nepotism gets these bratty kids to get positions that they don't deserve, and they don't know what the heck they're doing. At least Bronny knows what basketball is. And his father, hey, salute to him for that. Because from that standpoint, we don't hardly see it from the black standpoint of nepotism being done where this opportunity. But he failed them, and I'll get his stats in a minute.
Okay, to answer the question, yes, in my opinion, he failed them. And I have to be consistent. When this came out and we saw that he was drafted number 55, I believe, I was against it. Listen, I respect the fact that he used this leverage to get his son in there, and everybody would love that because they have kids, and I get it. But from the other sense, I think he's setting this man up to fail, and I think he's going to hurt him psychologically because this man was averaging .01. He's up basically a negative everything because he's not good enough, period. He's not good enough. And I think everybody is not saying the quiet part out loud because they respect the part of what you're saying so much, more so than realizing, okay, this boy is not good enough. And the moment that LeBron retire, deuces, he's going to be out. Because at the end of the day, it won't be daddy helping them out no more. It's going to be, he going to have to go to Vegas, the team that LeBron will probably end up owning, to go play, or he going to have to go somewhere else. Because I think with time, he can be good. He's big enough. He's tall enough. He's strong enough to play. But I think he need to do a G League stint for a couple of years and get better. Prime example, he could be like a guy that my team just signed, Scottie Pippen's son, right? He's good now. He's solid. He ain't going to be great. He's not going to be nothing like his daddy. But you know what he's going to be good enough to be? A backup point guard in the NBA. Play defense, shoot an open shot, run the team. That's all they need you to do. But he learned. He took his stripes in the G League. He played for the Los Angeles Lakers G League for a couple of years, averaged 20-something a game. Came over here and played with us a couple of years, elevated up. That's how it should be for LeBron James' son, but it's not going to happen because he's LeBron James' son.
Listen, man, Bronny in the summer league, and everybody, if you make a layup and everybody get excited, something is wrong. And we've said that on here before. Bless you, brother. Bronny shot 28% from the field and 10% from 3-point land in summer league. So far in the preseason, he shot 2 for 16. That's 12%. He's 0 for 7 from 3-point. I saw the one word missed the three from the 0 for 7 in one game. He had a three, missed it, had another wide open three, missed it, and shot another one later. A layups. I got layups. He ain't got them.
Nope.
And C gets the joke, but I got a layup package. You know what I mean? That's basic 2K. And he don't even have it, bro. And I'm joking about it because psychologically, like you said, and what's really gonna do it if Bryce comes in and shines out and Bronny for the namesake, it's just I hope it gets better for him. I'm not saying I want my man to fall. I'm not saying I want him to fail by a long shot. I hope it gets better. I just think they rushed it because LeBron wanted to make history, because LeBron want to break any and every record he possibly can so he can go down as the little G GOAT.
Yeah. So I agree with you, but no, to wrap this up, man, I wish, because I got to be consistent, I wish it wouldn't have happened like this. I wish he should have said, listen, I love my son, but he going to have to work. You know what I'm saying? But LeBron came up without a father, and a lot of dudes that come up without a father end up being, when they become dads, they soft-hearted towards their kids. They don't want to beat them into shape, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, I grew up with a father. My father was not going. I had a stepdad that stepped in the role of father. I messed up. I felt the wrath. I didn't just hear the wrath. I felt the wrath, but it shaped me and made me a stronger man. I didn't have that, but some people do that because, like, yo, my daddy went there. I want to be nice to my kids, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but what I'm alluding to is I think it would have been better for that boy to learn and take his stripes in the league. Of course, pull some strings to him. At least let that man go to the G League half the season, dog. You know what I'm saying? Let him go through something, man. But
I'm gonna give an example of nepotism. What I mean by this, guys, so y'all will understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
When the ball father, what was his name? Alonzo? Not
Lamar.
Alonzo. Lamar. When Lamar was hyping his boys up, guess what all three of his boys can do? Hoop.
That's right.
I don't care. I don't care if Lonzo is hurt. Melo. It don't matter. They can ball. Even Jello, who got ganked from going to steal some stuff, can ball. Now he ain't made it into the league, but he can ball. Yes. Shador and Shiloh, they can ball. When everybody was talking about Dion, that's nepotism. That's nepotism. Shador is one of the best quarterbacks in NCAA football right now. Shiloh has some work to do, but Dion makes them work, and that's to C's point. Bronny is not having to work. He just goes to practice, and I'm sure he's working on mechanics and doing certain things. But for Lamar and for Dion, they saw it in their kids, and they did. Marvin Harrison Jr. His father was a wide receiver. Awesome. Guess what Marvin Harrison Jr. doing? Balling out. But he went through college. He earned his stripes, and then Arizona drafted him. Yes. That's the difference of what we're talking about when these younger, Scottie Pippen Jr. earned his stripes, Tim Hardaway Jr. earned his stripes, Gary Payton Jr. They're not as good as their fathers, but they earned their stripes to get to the leagues the respected leagues that they play in is what I'm getting at.
Right. So we're gonna wrap up that, man, because I can go on forever on this. All right, next subject. NFL we do it this way. Do it like this. NFL week 6 pick'ems and last week's results, 5 and other weeks too, but all of it together. Let's go, bro.
So So last week we CNI still picked. Yes. We sent our text with each other, and to get it. I did my thing last week.
I was playing like Rob last week.
Yeah, you ain't lying. C went 7-7 last week, and I'm not a gambler, man, but Lord knows I wish I had it. I went 12-2 last week, bro.
Ooh,
12-2. So the overall record right now, 41-35. C is 39-37. So that big 12-2 push from last week that'll probably never happen again.
League.
Your boy did his thing. we can get to the picks after we do impress, depress, brother. If you want.
All right, NFC. Hold on, I ain't got to pull it up. Give me a second.
You want to do the picks now, then?
No, we can do.
Okay.
There we go. All right. AFC. Who are you impressed with in the AFC, bro?
In the AFC this week, man, I am impressed with the Houston Texans, bro.
Mm-hmm.
These boys are 5-1. They picking off right where they left off last year when they made the playoffs, and we thought my man was gonna mess around and have a sophomore slump.
Yeah.
They undefeated at the crib right now. They got a chokehold on the AFC South. The Texans.
Man, I gotta go to Kansas City Chiefs. They 5-0, and they still have not played very good. You know what I'm saying? They missing all kind of wide receiver help. They missing all kind of. They got all type of injuries, and they are still awesome. Listen, man, they gonna win the chip. I'm just telling you. And that it sucks, but they are just that good. Go ahead, bro.
No, that's scary.
AFC depress.
Well, I tell you what, AFC depress are the Browns. They just don't get it. And I did my depress before I even found out about the Cooper trade. Deshaun Watkins, and we said this a minute ago, he is a shell of himself. Mentally, he's not there. I put on here, Cooper can't catch a pass to save his life, and they're 1-5 at the bottom of the AFC. Hopefully next week I'll be saying Bills are my impress, and I'm mad because Cooper on my fantasy team. But now that he with the Bills, maybe my fantasy team turns around. I don't know.
I am depressed with the New England Patriots. I had all hope for Gerard Mayo as the coach. They started out with a great win. They have already switched quarterbacks, which they should have just started out with the rookie quarterback since they're gonna be a bad team anyway. They went from Brissett to the new quarterback. I can't remember his name right now, and they just not good. Now it's gonna take some time. They got to get a line, and they might as well suck. They might as well lose everything so they can get some good offensive line to help in the draft. NFC impress, bro.
The Atlanta Falcons. At the beginning of the season, I had them winning the NFC South, and they got off to a rocky start. And I was like, man, did I pick right? But right now they tied with the Bucks at 4-2 for the division league at 4-2.
I got to go with the Washington Commanders, and I know they lost, but that was the most I forgot what you call them losses. That's a good loss, but that's the best good loss you ever saw against the Ravens, and I'm very impressed with Jaden Daniels, man. And I think that team,
that boy a beast, man.
Is a beast. He got a team around him, and they gonna keep winning. That's a good team. That's a good player, and he's polished. He's poised, and man, they tough. Depress in the
Cowboys,
NFC, bro.
Brother.
My bad.
The Cowboys are now 3-3, and they third in the NFC East. I am depressed with the Cowboys. I don't know what the heck Jerry world. I don't know what goes on in Jerry's head. Forget the world. I don't know what's going on in his head, man. And unfortunately, I'm not trying to wish death upon no one. Until that man is out of that position.
Facts.
The Cowboys are just going to be a novelty team. And what I mean by that, they making money because they're the Cowboys.
He don't want to win a chip. He say he do, but he don't really want to win a chip. He just want to be popular and in the mouths of everybody. Pause though. But anyway, my depress is also the Cowboys, man, because they have too much talent to be this bad. Period. There's too much talent on that team. That team had won 12 games in a row for the last 2 years, and this year it's just not coming together. It's not right. Jerry, like you said, he's not investing the right way he should. They got injuries on the defense. Michael Parsons is hurt. He ain't got paid neither. That's always ironic when when people get hurt and they ain't got paid, they ain't rushing to get back. Oh, you ain't gonna pay me? I'm gonna take all my little time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. That's what's gonna happen with that, man.
Bump your team and your stadium.
All right, man. The pick'ems, man. Let's pick these games, bro.
For the pick'ems, you know what? We're gonna start putting the pick'ems up sooner or later on the screen so y'all can see what we going on. First game tomorrow night, Broncos and Saints. Who you got, bro?
Saints gonna go marching in.
Okay, we got both Saints. So
yeah.
All right. Patriots Jags.
Ooh, the worst of the worst. Jesus. Jags.
I don't know if you can hear me typing, but I had already put both Jags. Yeah. Lions Vikings.
Ooh.
Yeah, buddy.
Where is it at? Can you see where it's at?
Yeah, I can see where it's at real quick. Hold on. They'll be in Minnesota.
I'm still going with Lions. Minnesota got to mess up one game. They got to. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
They ain't
and
gonna be perfect all season.
Yeah, I got to go with Lions because I got their defense. Titans, Bills. That'll be both Bills.
Oh,
No
Bills.
mind.
Dog. Titans
Dolphins,
suck.
Colts. Both Colts.
I'm gonna go Dolphins.
What?
Think Tua come back this week? I think Tua may be coming back.
Yeah, that brother probably still seeing stars. I don't know. I'm
gonna stay with Dolphins.
I'm going. All right, Colts. All right. Seahawks and Falcons.
No. Seahawks.
Okay. See, Seahawks. You did that last Thursday, and they burnt you. I'm going with the Falcons.
They might.
Texans, Packers.
Texans. Who you got? Packers.
Love and them been playing off, bro. Like they've been going in.
Yeah.
I was impressed. I gotta go Texans.
Okay.
And because they were my impress this past week. Bengals, Browns. The no bowl.
Yeah, but Joe Burrow ain't been playing bad. His team just been bad, but he been playing.
Yeah, I got Bengals also. Eagles, Giants. I'm so disappointed in the Eagles. My bad, Higgins, but Eagles, Giants.
I'll go Eagles.
Me too. I mean, but I'm still disappointed in them. Raiders, Rams. Interesting.
Rams.
Both Rams.
Yeah.
Panthers, Commanders. Both Commanders. Chiefs, 49ers. Both Chiefs.
Niners still hurt. I don't think McCaffrey's coming back yet. So
yeah. Jets, Steelers. Both Steelers.
Yeah.
Ravens.
Let me answer.
Because I already know.
Right.
Ravens, Buccaneers, bro. This is a good one. This is the Monday night game because they got 2 Monday night games this week. This is the Monday night game. Ravens versus the Buccaneers.
Ravens.
Both Ravens. Because, hey, man, Henry is clowning right now. And the last game of the week, Chargers and the Cardinals.
I go Chargers.
Okay, you going Chargers, I'm going Cardinals. All right, that's the pick'ems. I go over them again, man, for the games real quick. Okay. I see people. But all right, for the tomorrow night game, we both got the Saints beating the Broncos. We both got the Jags beating the Patriots. We both got the Lions beating the Vikings. We both have the Bills beating the Titans. You went with the Dolphins to beat the Colts. I went with the Colts. Seahawks, you went to Seahawks. I'm going with the Falcons. We both have the Texans beating the Packers. We both have the Bengals beating the Browns. Eagles beating the Giants. Rams beating the Raiders. We both have the Commanders beating the Panthers. Chiefs beating the 49ers. Steelers beating the Jets. We both have the Ravens beating the Buccaneers, and you went with Charger on the Monday night game, and I went with the Cardinals. So this should be an interesting week because, this should be an interesting week coming up, bro.
Yeah. All right, man. For the first time in a long time, we got a one word of the day and a video, man. Y'all check it out. Here we go. This one word. No. Of the day. Nope. All right. The one word of the day is Will Howard. Who is Will Howard? He is the quarterback of the Ohio State Buckeyes. The Ohio State Buckeyes lost to the Oregon Ducks with 6 seconds left in the game. This is what happened. I'm pull up the video right quick. Hold on. Give me a second. Here we go. Y'all check this out.
Do have the timeout, so you can work that middle of the field. A lot of room down here at the bottom for Jeremiah Smith. 3rd and 20. Howard, a lot of time coming off. Howard's going to run for it. Time runs out, and that'll do it. Oh, my goodness. Welcome to the Big Ten, Oregon. They storm the field at Autzen, and the Ducks.
So if you don't know what happened there was 6 seconds left on the clock. And this one word, because we've told you before, one words don't have a shade or color or gender. No, anybody can be a one word.
Equal
This
opportunity.
one word, and listen, bro, they had a timeout. So he ran and slid with 0 seconds on the clock like he still could stop the game. You one word. They could have had a timeout, got another play in. He should have really, when he didn't see nothing, throw that John away. Or just kneel down, call timeout. Do something. This boy kneeled down with no time on the clock and then looked up like, oh. And you saw him hit himself upside the head with the ball. Listen, man, Ohio State is too much of a storied franchise, a storied program for this type of tomfoolery to be happening. Listen, man, if you've been watching college football a long time, you know when Ohio State wins championships? When they have a black quarterback. Justin Fields. You know what I'm saying? What's the guy for Houston right now? He Ohio State quarterback.
Texans. Yeah,
they got a long line of black quarterbacks. Listen, man, Ryan, I can't remember your last name, but the coach for Ohio State, go get you. You know what you got to do, dog. You used to be a coordinator. You know what you got to do. You want to win that chip. Yeah, go get your brother, dog. You got to go get your brother. Go ahead, bro.
Nah, I mean, you know what's crazy? I didn't even see it. I just know they lost by 1 point, and I never saw the highlight of how, and I never went and looked it up. So for me to see that, and he had a wide open field, he should have just kept it moving.
Kept running, dog. You ain't got no time.
Nah, he thought he was about to get stuck. That's what it was.
That boy got scared. He said, "Oh, I thought I'd go ghost." like on Scooby-Doo, that boy was spooked.
Right. Well, he get all the Scooby snacks he want this week.
You took that L. And Oregon is still undefeated. All right, brother.
Yeah, man. Hey, check it out, man. Have you ever thought I really enjoy what these guys are doing with this podcast? How can I help support them? How can I be a blessing to them? First and foremost, we need you to hit this thing that's getting ready to pop up, that like, that subscribe, and the notification button so you'll know anytime we go live. You dig what I'm saying? Also, Cash App, not the same podcast, notthesamepodcast.com/support. We have a lot of stuff going on right now as far as trying to get these clips together. Listen, if you are into podcasting and we're looking for help, just DM us, male, female, holla at us. We'll let you know the details. Please. We're not trying to put it out there, but we are looking for a specific type of individual to help us do a particular thing. So hit our inbox and let us know what's good, man. And be on some real stuff. Don't be on no foolery, because we talking about seriousness. We take what we do very serious. We try to perfect our craft and do it in the spirit of excellence. So if you come in with that foolery, do not make the one word come out, because I have no problem with doing that and then repenting after the fact. So with that being said, I will close my mouth and I will see you guys tomorrow, and I'll let C take us on home.
All right, man, tune in. Come back here at 6 o'clock tomorrow at the same time and catch our Music and Face show, where we play the latest and greatest in CHH music and positive music. Make sure you tune in, man. We got some new videos. We got some very, very good topics, trust me, coming in for that. With that being said, I am C-Micah.
I'm Robert Dean.
And we are out of here, man. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Yeah, tell them it's not the same. This the podcast, and we call it not the same. Faith, culture, talking sports, get it in your brain. We might debate the golden and tell you that Jesus reigns. Then knock an episode about the part we not the same. Faith, culture, not the same. Boy, I feel like Robert Dean. And just like Robert been redeemed, glory to the King. I feel like C-Micah, this music with faith in it. Put the word on 808, I'm talking great Steph Curry with the shot. Boy, I'm talking long distance. Boy, you messing with a grizzly, you would think I played in Memphis. We be going back and forth, it's like Serena playing tennis. But it's LLC's up in this thing, that means we stand on tennis. This the podcast, and we call it not the same. Yeah, this the podcast, not the same. Faith, culture, talking sports, get it in your brain. We might debate the golden and tell you that Jesus reigns. Then knock an episode about the part we not the same.